The Eastern Front. German forces advance rapidly into Soviet territory. Blitzkrieg appears unstoppable. Victory seems inevitable. And then, they see it. Low silhouette, sloped armor, wide tracks cutting through mud and snow with ease. This was not just another tank. This was the T-34, and this machine would change the course of the war. The technological shock. When Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, it expected outdated equipment and weak resistance. Instead, German crews encountered something completely unexpected: the T-34. Its most revolutionary feature? Sloped armor. Instead of flat vertical plates, the armor was angled. Incoming shells often deflected rather than penetrating. German tank crews were stunned. Many of their anti-tank weapons struggled to destroy it from the front. For the first time in the war, German armored superiority was seriously challenged. Simple, deadly, mass-produced. The T-34 was not built to be luxurious. It was built to win. 76mm main gun, later upgraded to 85mm. Sloped armor design. Wide tracks for mud and snow. Diesel engine. Simplified production. Soviet engineers understood something critical. Perfection is expensive. Simplicity wins wars. Factories were moved east of the Ural Mountains. Factory lines worked day and night. Workers, including women and teenagers, assembled tanks under extreme conditions. The result? Over 50,000 T-34 tanks were produced during the war. Some historians argue it was the single most important tank of World War II. If the Tiger was a predator, the T-34 was a tidal wave. And tidal waves are almost impossible to stop. Built for Russian winters. The brutal winter of 1941-1942 exposed weaknesses in German equipment. Engines froze, lubricants thickened, vehicles failed. The T-34, however, was designed with harsh conditions in mind. Its wide tracks distributed weight better, allowing it to move through snow and mud more effectively. German soldiers reportedly joked, "Russian tanks don't follow roads, they create their own." Behind the humor was frustration and respect. Kursk, numbers versus power. In July 1943 came the largest tank battle in history, the Battle of Kursk. Thousands of armored vehicles collided in one of the most intense clashes ever recorded. German heavy tanks like the Tiger I had superior long-range firepower, but the T-34 had numbers. For every destroyed tank, another appeared. Production capacity became as important as firepower, and the Soviet Union had mastered mass production. War is not only about technology, it is about endurance. Life inside the T-34. Life inside a T-34 was harsh. Cramped interior, loud engine noise, limited visibility. Early versions lacked a proper commander's cupola, reducing battlefield awareness. But the tank had one massive advantage. It worked. It started in cold weather. It moved in mud. It could be repaired relatively quickly. The crews trusted it. And in war, trust in your machine can mean survival. T-34-85. Evolution. By 1944, the battlefield had changed. German heavy tanks demanded stronger firepower. The Soviets responded with the T-34-85. Equipped with a powerful 85mm gun and an improved turret design, it significantly increased combat effectiveness. The upgraded version remained competitive against Germany's best armored vehicles. It ensured the T-34 remained relevant until the very end of the war. Why the T-34 won? The T-34 was not the most heavily armored tank. It was not the most comfortable. It was not the most technologically advanced. But it combined mobility, protection, firepower, simplicity, mass production. In warfare, balance often beats extremes. The T-34 struck that balance perfectly. Many military historians consider it the tank that ultimately helped turn the tide on the Eastern Front. Legacy. After World War II, the T-34 continued serving in multiple conflicts around the world. It became a symbol of resilience and industrial power. Today, it stands in museums and memorials across many countries. It represents more than steel and machinery. It represents adaptation, determination, endurance. Conclusion. The T-34 was not a luxury machine. It was not built for comfort. It was built for survival. While other tanks impressed with power, the T-34 overwhelmed with numbers and reliability. Sometimes history is not shaped by the strongest weapon, but by the one that keeps coming, and keeps coming, and keeps coming.